Lighted Up Blue for World Autism Awareness Day.
We're all here tonight because it's something that's very important to all of us.
I want to just say something about autism, and that is the best place for a person diagnosed on the autism spectrum is in an environment where he or she is accepted as a person who doesn't experience the world in typically understood ways.
Hello, this is Sam with Local 35, and joining me today are three of Alpha Phi Omega's members.
Hi, I'm Hannah Robinson.
Maria Glikovskaya.
Savannah Chaudhry.
Okay, nice to meet you. And what are these posters behind you?
So these are our poster boards with a bunch of student signatures in support of autism. We tabled in Towers Lobby, and this is from this year's Light Pitt Up Blue event. And we just asked students to take a minute of their time to sign a puzzle piece just to say that they support autism, and then we built a cathedral out of it. And this is the comparison from last year to this year. We had more people sign, and we made it a little bit more colorful.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
And would you like to explain a little bit about APO and what your role on campus is?
So Alpha Phi Omega is a co-ed service fraternity. We are a little bit above 400 members right now, and we work towards different community service goals on campus and building leadership through our members. And for about 45 years now, we've been supporting autism awareness.
So what exactly is Light Up Blue campaign?
The Light Up Blue campaign is from Autism Speaks, which is the biggest advocacy organization for autism. They help sponsor fund research, and they also help raise awareness for autism.
When we talk about Light It Up Blue, what does that mean?
So literally it does mean to light up buildings blue in honor of World Autism Awareness Day. And so the Cathedral of Learning for the first year, last year, was part of the national campaign where other buildings across the world were lit up blue, like the Eiffel Tower, the CN Tower, Sydney Opera House, the pyramids, and our very own Cathedral of Learning. And this year we expanded upon that, and with permission from the Vice Chancellor, we worked out a way to light up the Mary Shenley Fountain blue, as well as the water in front of the cathedral. So those focal points of our campus were lit up blue, and we also got a lot of really cool pictures with both of the angles, with the cathedral lit up blue facing 5th Avenue and Forbes Avenue with the fountain.
Okay, can you give us a little bit of history of APO's involvement with the Light It Up Blue campaign?
So we only became involved with Light It Up Blue last year. We had been looking for ways to increase our involvement with autism awareness and looked into the Light It Up Blue campaign, and we liked that it was such a big event, that it was an international thing that was recognized by so many different countries and institutions, and thought that we should bring Pitt into this as well by lighting our cathedral with blue.
So the event seemed to be a success. So how do you feel about it?
We're super happy about it. The turnout was great. We were really lucky to have amazing weather, and we had a lot more students. I know we had at least 200 brothers attending, and there were about 330 people confirmed on Facebook that went. So it was amazing.
So how was this year's event compared to last year's event?
We had a lot of things that were different. First of all, the location was different. We had it on the Union Lawn and patio. Last year it was on the Cathedral Lawn, so it was facing the side that was actually lit up, whereas this time it was not. And this year we also had a lot of student organizations participate and set up a booth where they talked about their own organization and how it involved autism.
How do you see this program improving in the future?
There are so many ways.
Big hopes, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Huge hopes. I think we've already seen such leaps and bounds compared just in 1 year's time in terms of how it's grown. I know the three of us would love to see Bigelow shut down next year, and possibly bring even more students as well as people from outside the Pitt community to this event.
So what organizations helped you coordinate this event?
Last year it was coordination between Alpha Phi Omega, obviously the university, and Autism Speaks.
Yeah. This year we had other various students groups and other outside organizations help us, such as the Gluten-Free Club, Future Educators of America, the Speech and Audiology group on campus, and we also had the Autism Speaks Impact Network come and table too, and other various groups.
And another exciting feature we had this year was we brought in a Pitt hip-hop dance team, a Pitt pep band, and the Pitt cheerleaders and the dance team, just to kind of make the event a lot more exciting and Pitt pride.
Well, that's cool. Hail to Pitt.
Hail to Pitt.
So can you give us a background of the guests that spoke at the event?
Do you want to hear the last year's guests?
Sure. So last year we had two guest speakers. We had Dr. Strauss, who is a psychology professor at Pitt, and we also had a board member who is on the board at Autism Speaks, who also has a son who's on the spectrum.
Oh, nice.
And this year we wanted to talk about things that were different that we thought students might not know about. So we brought in a Duquesne professor, Linda Sanders, who specializes in music therapy, and she talked about that, what it is, and how it relates to autism.
In music, and I know all of you know this, but sometimes we just kind of take it for granted when we hear a piece of music. Rhythm is the organizer and the motivator. It is the medium by which one can hold on to words, emotions, ideas, concepts. The melody is the linear. It's the flow. It's the thing that captivates the brain.
And then we had Rob Morosco, who started his own nonprofit organization with his wife, and it's called Reaching for Autism Miracles. And then our last speaker was a student at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh who is on the spectrum, and she spoke about her life experiences and what it's like to be on the spectrum, how she deals with every day, and just how she enjoys life pretty much.
So you had a new member inducted at the event. Would you like to tell us about that?
Through your dedication and passion, you have done whatever it is in your power to help us achieve our mutual dream, changing the future for all of those who struggle with autism spectrum disorders. We know humbleness is a true virtue of yours, and so naturally, we wanted to shine the light on you as well. Welcome to the fraternity, Vice Chancellor Rennie Clark.
Our new member was Vice Chancellor Clark, and we had him inducted because he's helped us bring this Light It Up Blue campaign to Pitt.
I don't do these things because I'm looking for recognition. I do it because my role here at the university is to help you students fulfill your dreams and wishes as part of your educational process here at the University of Pittsburgh. And last year when the committee came to me with the idea, and it was sort of a big idea, what could we turn blue? I said, we can do anything if we try. A year later, the program has gotten even better.
Hannah can talk about that.
So Vice Chancellor Clark was a huge part in terms of getting Light It Up Blue. It involved installing LED strips on the Cathedral of Learning, so we needed to have very close interactions with the university last year. And as a fraternity, Alpha Phi Omega can choose to award honorary membership to someone who has our cardinal principles, which are leadership, friendship, and service. And we couldn't think of anyone better who brought such an incredible service opportunity to Pitt through bringing Light It Up Blue to Pitt's campus, and as well as just the work he does for the university on a daily basis.
Is there anything else you guys want to add?
I just want to give a huge shout out to Alpha Phi Omega, Beta chapter at the University of Pittsburgh, and all of the hard work they do, and without their support, the first year wouldn't have happened, the second year, and neither will all the years to come. So.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to Hannah Robinson for starting this whole thing and letting us continue it for the second year, and then APO for helping us and all the student groups that helped us with everything, our committee who helped us plan the whole thing. It's great.
Sure.
So we hope that we raised awareness through Light It Up Blue, and that people will be more respectful of people who are different than them, and won't just criticize them, and will look beyond their differences and try and become friends with them and try and interact with them in a more mannerful way.
I look forward to future events, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
your time.
Thank you. All right, good.
I hate cameras.